5. They are prone to bacterial growth and other infections. Prolonged use of sanitary pads in a day means an overgrowth of Staphylococcus aureus bacteria in your vagina. It's commonly called as toxic shock syndrome. Some symptoms of toxic shock syndrome are dizziness, fever, and diarrhea. The toxins released by the bacteria can actually cause a sudden drop in our blood pressure, which is dangerous because the brain fails to get enough supply of blood. Your pads are made of synthetic materials which can cause blockage of wetness, which encourage bacterial growth. 4. They can cause infertility and birth defects. Your pads contain odor neutralizers or deodorants because every woman hates the smell of blood. It's understandable. However, sanitary pad companies added some chemicals in the scented pads that can cause complications on your baby's embryonic development. Also, it is not recommended to use scented feminine hygiene products because they can cause irritation. They can cause yeast infection, which can lead to other health complications. 4. They can cause infertility. 3. They contain dioxin, an environmental pollutant. Cotton is not naturally ultra-white. Because most girls prefer something that is purely white to make them the putting on something fresh and clean, sanitary pad companies use a chemical called dioxin to bleach the cotton. Unconsciously, we are paying a very high price for being neat freaks. Such companies may argue that the pads contain very low levels of dioxin. Based on research, a short-term exposure to dioxin can cause skin darkening and altered liver function. A woman might be using 6,000 sanitary napkins in her lifetime, and when dioxin accumulates in the body, it can cause serious health risks and diseases such as immune system damage, diabetes, hormone dysfunction, pelvic inflammatory disease, ovarian cancer, and others. 2. They contain pesticides and herbicides. We all know pads are made of cotton. Like other crops, cotton crops are being sprayed with pesticides and herbicides. It can definitely cause harm when they reach your bloodstream. Furan, a potentially dangerous chemical, is present on the cotton and will stay until it's harvested. Imagine having this chemical contaminant inside your body. Furan is even linked to cancer in some experimental animals. Herbicides and pesticides are linked to thyroid malfunction. 1. They can cause cancer. Yes, cancer. Of course, you don't just get cancer right away. But you're using pads every month, and though there are only low levels of exposure to chemical contaminants found in the materials of such pads, they would accumulate inside our bodies and threaten our reproductive health. Just the thought of having these cancerous chemicals on our vagina is sickening and scary. Facts. Your pads are made of plastic materials. Some chemicals that are made to plastic, like BPA and BPS, can complicate embryonic development. The plasticizers can actually lead to organ damage. The fiber in the absorbent pads that you use can cause cervical cancer. Sanitary pads are not purely made of cotton, but they're made of cellulose gel. The dioxin PRE scent in the menstrual pads can cause ovarian cancer. Napkins are made to absorb wetness. That is why, aside from cotton, they also contain rayon, a synthetic fiber, which is also dangerous because they also contain dioxin. Basically, when rayon is bleached, it releases dioxin. Wow.